I've just upgraded my DeWalt thickness planer, and here's what happened. And the product that I'll be using to upgrade this machine today is this. In this box is a replacement helical cutter head for the DeWalt DW733. This was sent to me to test out by a company called Find by Tool, which has to be the most non-English sounding company name I've ever heard. And for full disclosure, Find by Tool are sponsoring this video, under the condition that I share the objective results with my audience. Which is why in this video, I'll be comparing the results of the upgraded helical head to the factory version of the blade. And Find by Tool are making some very big claims about what this replacement head will do for your thickness planer. In fact, right on the box, they are claiming that it will give you a smoother finish, a faster feed, noise reduction, and on their website they do claim that that noise reduction will be at least 50% quieter, which is something I am very interested to test out. In fact, I'm so interested I bought a decibel reader just to make sure that I am being completely objective and leaving nothing down to opinion here. They also claim on the website that this replacement head will also mean that you will get no snipe and no tear out from your planer. And lastly, they are claiming that you get a longer lifetime. So now let's have a look what comes in the box. The first thing that you will notice is there is 6 little boxes here, and each one of these contains 10 of the individual blades that need to be fitted to that helical head after it's installed. Now, you only actually need 56 of these, so they are including 4 spares, just in case you hit a nail or something like that, you can switch one out. You've also got the 56 screws that you will need, and it comes with 2 wrenches that can be used to install these blades. Below this piece of foam, you can see the very well packaged helical head here. It is very heavy. Let's move the box. And I've got to say that both the packaging as well as the build quality do seem very good. I mean, this is not going to get damaged in transit based on the amount of foam that's in this box. Also, this is a very heavy replacement part. This has definitely not been made out of cheap materials. The next thing I need to do is actually replace the blade in the DeWalt thickness planer and compare the results. And I realise that spending the next 2 minutes watching me change the cutter head in this thickness planer might not be that interesting to many of you. So feel free to skip ahead to this time here where we will begin comparing the results. And to say that this is a long process is a little bit of an understatement. You are going to want to reserve yourself at least 3 hours to fully replace the helical head and not put yourself under any unnecessary pressure. I started off by undoing the top 4 bolts and taking the handle off the top, which meant that I could remove the plastic cover on top of the thicknesser. You can then remove the 2 metal infeed and outfeed tables from the front and back. After that, you can remove this little plastic guard here that sits over the cutter head, and then you can use the handle that you removed earlier on to raise the thicknesser to its maximum height. I'm laying down a blanket here so I don't damage the front of the thicknesser, which allowed me access to the underneath, where I could remove this plastic panel, and then using a socket wrench I could remove all of these cogs and chains that sit underneath that control the raising and lowering of the actual thickness planer. I then put the thicknesser back up, and using that same socket wrench I could get access to remove this spring and the pole that it attaches to give me access to this belt here. Now this belt is quite tricky to get off, so I did make sure to wear gloves so I didn't pinch my skin in that cog there. I then grab a big spanner and undo this bolt on the end, which now finally gives me access to the cutter head. But you're not done here. You do also need to get yourself some of these special pliers so you can remove this ring, and then you're going to need to move onto the other side and remove the 3 bolts and chains that sit here. Then, using a long piece of wood and a hammer, you can hit the one end of the cutter head and that should fall right out. You can then grab your new helical cutter head and put that back into where you've just removed the old one, and then follow every single step that I've gone through in reverse to put the thickness planer back together. And the last thing that you need to do before this is ready to use is attach all 56 of those individual blades. And this is a very straightforward process. Each one of the blades is labelled in each corner so you can make sure that they are rotated exactly the same way, which means that each blade can be rotated up to 4 times. And even though this was quite tedious, I managed to get every single one of these blades attached in 22 minutes. And I'm going to be honest, that process was a massive pain in the arse, and I can see that putting quite a lot of people off. However, if it's any consolation, I will point out that I am not the most mechanically minded person, and I have managed to do it. It is just a case of taking your time, following each step as accurately as you possibly can, and not moving on to the next step until you are confident that you have put everything back in the correct place. Now that helical head is in the thickness planer, it is time to test the results and compare them against the factory blades. So the first thing that I want to test is the noise reduction now the helical head is in place. And on the website on Find by Tool, they are claiming that you can expect at least a 50% noise reduction. So let's see how it performs. So I've got my decibel meter set up here, and I'm going to put through the first piece of timber. So honestly, I am a little bit stuck here. On one hand, the decibel reader that you can see is showing a barely noticeable difference in the decibels being produced by the factory cutter head versus the helical cutter head. However, on the other hand, if I simply trust my ears, there seems to me a very noticeable reduction in the noise produced by the helical cutter head. And just a reminder, here's the comparison. And I'm not sure if it's my £30 decibel reader that I got off Amazon, but I'm going to trust my gut here and say for test number 1, the noise is reduced by the helical cutter head. However, I do have my doubts that this is at least 50%, but I want to know what you think, so let me know in the comments below. Next up, we're going to be testing the claim that the helical head will give a better finish to your timber, reduce snipe and reduce tear out. And the way that I'm going to be testing this is passing through 5 different types of timber through the thickness planer and then comparing the results afterwards. The finish on all of these pieces of timber after going through the thicknesser with the factory cutter head, whilst acceptable, definitely is going to require a lot of sanding, especially to get out what can only be described as a stripy finish. The only other thing worth mentioning here is this piece of pine, which does have quite a lot of tear out, and because of the length of it, does also have a little bit of snipe in the surface area here. Whereas if I flip these over, the finish on the helical cutter head is absolutely, hands down, miles better. On the pine, it has produced no tear out and no snipe, and I can tell just from running my fingers over them that the finish is a lot smoother. You're drastically going to reduce the amount of time that you need to spend sanding on any of these pieces of wood. And the improvement is probably most noticeable on the 2 pieces of hardwood that I've been testing. So here I've got an offcut of oak worktop, and it has come out beautifully on this side, almost like I've sanded it. And same on the piece of sapelli, it has finished it absolutely lovely. The only one that hasn't really made much of a difference is this piece of pallet wood here. I can't really tell a huge difference between the factory cutter head and the helical cutter head. So if you're the type of person that just uses pallet wood, then this probably isn't the upgrade for you. And as you can see, the pieces of sawdust that come out of the factory cutter head are a lot more random in terms of their size, and it contains quite long individual pieces, which just shows how those blades are interacting with the timber. If we compare the sawdust to the helical cutter head, this is generally speaking a lot more fine, and you don't have those long pieces of timber in there, which to me says that it is a lot less harsh of a cutting method, which is what leads to that smoother finish. I wanted to end the video talking about pros and cons of the helical cutter head. So as for pros, I do love that the finish of all of the timber that I passed through was a definite improvement to the factory cutter head. And if you're the type of person that uses your thicknesser often, then you are going to save a dramatic amount of time sanding your pieces afterwards. I also have to agree with the claim on the box that this will provide a longer lifetime. For anyone that has ever hit a nail with the factory cutter head, you will know how annoying it is to take those blades out and have them resharpened, so you don't have a little notch in your blade. Whereas the design of the helical cutter head means that you can simply rotate out the affected blade up to 4 times. And as for downsides for this thing, well, the first one has got to be the tedious process that you need to go through to actually swap this cutter head out. It is by no means simple, and like I said earlier, you're going to want to reserve yourself the best part of 3 hours. There's also the added downside that if you're replacing this cutter head whilst your thickness planer is still in its warranty, then you are going to void that warranty, so you need to take that into consideration. So to answer the question, do I think you should upgrade the cutter head in your DeWalt thickness planer? Well, the answer has to be maybe. It depends. If you're the type of person that uses your thickness planer a lot and then finds yourself sanding down your pieces for a long time afterwards, then I think there are a lot of efficiency gains that you could make by upgrading. If you're the type of person that doesn't use your thickness planer that often, then I would say the risks outweigh the potential rewards, and this is one upgrade that you can probably skip. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think of this upgrade in the comments below. If you liked this video, then please do consider subscribing, and you can watch me review this thickness planer by clicking here next. Until next time, happy building.